Welcome to the Model Car Hobby Headquarters UNpodcast with your host, Luca C. Now here he is, Luca C. Well, hello, my fellow car modelers. How you doing today? Welcome to another exciting episode of the UNpodcast. And we're just going to talk model car junk with my fellow model car YouTubers. We got James Tester down here. We've got BG over there. And we got Louie right there. And you know these guys. You know, we got there's their logos too with them. So you know what channels they come from. But you should know what channels they come from.
You guys know.
Yeah, because I don't feel like saying it out loud.
Can I just say, I always want to say this. Circle gets the square.
What's that mean?
Nothing, never mind.
Oh,
you can edit
really?
that.
So, hey, guys, so what is it that you've been doing lately? Building models or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for doing it.
Wow, that was great. Okay, I want to thank you all for coming on.
Here's the producer.
There we go. Oh man, no, I want to thank you guys for coming on. I just thought it'd be really cool to do a multiple person podcast here, UNpodcast. We just want to talk about things that's going on in the hobby right now and whatever else is going on in the hobby of model cars. And well, you guys are like I consider quasi experts of the hobby. What the heck?
Yeah.
Go!
Not sure quasi means, but we'll go on for move on.
Yeah. I think that means you're hunched.
I don't know what it means. I heard it once. I'm like Mike Tyson. I just say expeditious words just to sound smart. I don't even know what that word was. I think I made it up.
So I want to say congratulations to Louie.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because he's going to be the next HPI guy for us here on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, that was something else, dude. That's what you need.
Was so much so that Linda even made a comment that you need to change your air filter.
Oh. Yeah, that very HPI guy.
Yeah.
Well,
if you're watching HPI, look out.
Yeah, no kidding.
What really took off was this van.
Yeah, that van just caught people.
The disco van.
The music he had playing in the background, I mean, that was pretty awesome. It was very appropriate.
Well,
yeah.
It was right up there with Shaggin' Wagon type of thing, you know?
That's what I thought.
I mean, it's a big deal. That was on my watch list, and I actually watched it. So.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Well, what's everybody else working on? Let's go from there. Let's do that.
I am working on my 32 still.
Sweet.
Have it in primer, but we have a little bit of body work to do in the back there still. I don't know if that's going to get it.
Nice. That's a resin, isn't it?
No, that's the styrene kit.
Oh, that's the styrene body. Okay.
Yep.
Didn't you watch the video?
It's in his watch list.
His watch list. What
Louie?
Was that?
Louie, what are you working on?
What am I working on? Well, I'm working on, now I can show it.
Yes, you can.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was when he got it, it was a secret for a while.
We've been recording filming for about 5-10 minutes now. Louie probably built that.
Oh yeah, it's done. Right? It's all finished.
Yeah, see, I told you.
This is his second time. Hey, but Louie, did you learn a lot in building it the first time, and you got ideas of how you're going to do this number 5 car now?
I recommend, before you put the firewall in, put the pedals and that pedal block thing in first.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh, this is dumb.
I want to make a note of that.
So I put that in first, and made it so much easier.
How do you spell a pedal block thing? Is that all one word?
It's a pedal. It watch my video. Stop having it in your playlist. You'll know what he's talking about. But you didn't watch my build videos on it, so you know.
I turn on your videos and I go to the store and I do my shopping and I come home and I click like.
That's the problem.
And you say, great video.
James, you got to get one of these kits. I want to see you build this car.
Bad to the bone, brother.
This is right up James Valley, I think. I know you don't build half
What's
cars,
the
but they're-
rainbow looking one? I want to do that one.
Oh, I know which one you want.
DuPont car?
Well, no, it's not the DuPont car, but it is I think it's the 28 car. I can't remember what the sponsor is.
Okay.
The rainbow one's 24.
20, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was
Wasn't that Jeff Gordon?
Yeah.
Well, it
it's not.
was, but now it's somebody else.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon's
Okay.
long gone. Boy,
Wait, Jeff Gordon retired?
I don't
So,
know
he's in the
what
old folks
is.
home now.
What sponsors that.
Yeah. It's kind of shining. Kind of push.
Yeah.
There we go. Is that the one that number 24 car they're coming out? The William Byron car is
Yeah.
what you want to do.
Yeah.
I think it's all going to be one decal. You just got to paint it red. I believe.
Right up my alley, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see. I would really like to see you, James, and John build those. I'd really like to.
It really goes together well.
You know, if James and John do it, it's going to end up with Hatsune Miku decals or whatever.
Whatever.
Some anime
Don't
on
care.
it.
Just build it, man. I really want to see what you guys think of it.
The cherry blossom special.
I told Rick Salvino about you two guys. And I said, what your guys' reaction when you saw the kit when I brought it over? And so I told him, you guys are heavy Tamiya race car builders. And so
The thing
he's
is, it's so
curious of what you
detailed
think.
and cool, but when you put it together, you can't see it.
Can you take the body off once it's built?
You
Oh,
can.
yeah, I don't glue my bodies on.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do then.
Yeah,
I just
you
leave them
definitely-
loose. But the shocks, the suspension back here, can't see it.
Yeah, where do you see it? Watch my video.
Okay.
Watch Louis' video. No,
Well, I'll see it
really.
next Saturday.
Can't you just paint it transparent?
Ooh, that would be
That'd be
cool.
Clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a ton of that transparent paint.
I have clear.
I can't find it. I set it down someplace. I can't find it now.
Dun, dun.
Thank
Yeah,
you. I'll be
that's,
here all week. Only because they don't know how to sign out.
Try the fish.
Wait a minute. EG. What's the TS number for clear?
Oh, TS number for clear. Which one do you want? Glossy or matte?
Come on.
Matte is TS 80, and the glossy is TS 13.
Okay.
And the jar is X 22.
What's Mica Blue?
Mica Blue is TS 51.
The guy is just a savant with Tamiya paint coats.
I thought Louis was the one with that superpower, though.
Oh no, Louis, yeah, he's Professor
Roll up
X,
the whole
man.
front end of a Jetta. All the plumbing.
Man, I wish I knew Louis when I still had a Volkswagen.
Oh man, wouldn't that have been cool?
Yeah. I probably would have just sold it sooner.
Yeah, Louis, we saw
Here's
pretty
what to
cool.
watch out for.
We saw something pretty cool at the museum, the auto museum, yesterday. You would have dug that. Remember that that VW powered sprint car or midget?
Oh, yeah.
was?
The midget racer, yeah.
Those are neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the engine
There
was
was an
even in
old
backwards.
70s.
It was cool.
Did you see my dad there?
What was it doing back there?
No,
Was
actually,
Dad
I
there?
didn't see your dad there.
Big Grand Marquis.
Did he take a car?
Yeah, the Grand Marquis wagon.
We
Oh,
didn't
really?
spend too much time outside. It was too
Oh.
hot.
Yeah. We were like, whew, it's hot. So we paid $10 to be cool.
Yeah, we were wilting
That's a nice
flowers.
museum.
It's
It
a
is
very,
nice.
very cool museum. Yeah.
Yeah, that Superbird was really sweet.
Yes,
Yeah, you saw that?
the one I
Yeah.
took no pictures of.
Yeah, I know. We're
Right
there, and
in front of
I just was not in a picture taking mood.
It was behind me the whole time. I'm taking pictures of everything else, and this damn thing was behind me. I never took a picture of it.
Oh,
And on the way out, I'm like, oh, hell, there's a Superbird over there.
you know what I just realized? James
No problem.
is in your front
Tell me.
room.
He is.
He is, yeah. James
What?
is they're in those two guys are in the same house.
I was like, that
James-
looks like BG's house.
James, would you like
It's
to
cool
tell them why you're in my
aesthetic.
front room?
Could you bring me a drink?
Sure, I'll get you a drink.
Oh, that's awesome. Would he get
I was like,
oh,
wow.
would he get me a drink? I'm like, I'm out. I'm already out. I wonder if I call for my daughter or Felix if they get Felix would get me a drink. Yep. Oh, the convenience.
Pepsi, please.
I want a
So-
drink.
So why is it James at BG's house? Because
There you go. Cheers.
cheers. Why is James at BG's house? Because my house is up for sale.
Up for sale.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we're doing
Okay.
open house today. So
Yeah, we got a
couldn't
little
be
bit.
home.
We got a little bit of kind of bummer news. We wish him the best, but we're going to be losing James here in the Phoenix area.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's moving back up to Coldsville.
Coldsville, yes.
But
That sounds cold. Where
I
at?
still can do this.
I guess. I don't know. You're not really going to be one of us anymore, so.
What?
Yeah, we're losing one of our YouTubers here, the little local Phoenix Basin, Valley of the Sun, whatever this area is called.
If it's by distance, then Louis is barely one of us also, because he's in like East California.
Somewhat, yes.
Near Egypt.
Egypt.
Yeah, just south of
If,
there.
right now, it's starting to feel like it. We hit 100 yesterday.
Yeah,
102.
but
At a car show.
Oh, I hate it a lot. I'm not into that. Not into that. But anyways, what are you working on, James?
I'm still working on that Dodge Magnum. Most of the pieces are painted, and it's almost ready for final assembly. But I want to do all final assembly in one shot. So
And
most
that will
of
be
the parts are painted. Thank you.
cool.
did you video it?
Of course, you
What?
did.
Did you video that one?
No, I haven't done any of the preliminary painting or anything on video. So it's all just going to be one shot, kind of like your videos.
Oh, okay. I got you.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I'm kind of up in the air right now. I got a ton of things I gotta do because I'm not finished with anything. And then I got new things that I want to do. But
Yeah, how about that cutlass?
I got to get back on that. That is number one. But I'm going to be working on that, and I'm going to be working on the body for my Salvino's NASCAR race car. I've changed it. I decided I'm not doing the number 9 car. I don't really like the Napa car compared to that number 5 because I got that kit too. So I'm just going to take the body out of that kit and the decals out of that kit and do that car. And
It's a different color plastic. Slight.
yeah, it is. It is. It's a different blue, the color. Because what I'm doing is I'm showing that you can take the colored plastic, lay the decals down, and have a really pretty model. Because it's going to be, I'm going to do it all with layering of clear. And I'm doing it a simplistic way that, with just using, to me, a TS13 clear, shiny clear. And, I'm gonna first do a layer onto the body, then I'll lay the first set of decals, another coat of clear, another set of decals, and then
What?
clear it.
Decal set you use, Matt?
What's that?
What decal set you use?
I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to use the number 5 car.
Oh no, not
Yeah.
decals, but decal.
Oh, decal
set.
set solution.
Setting
I'll probably
solution.
use I don't know yet. I'm probably going to use Microsol. Did
I
you
used
use
that.
the Mark Foot? Did it work?
Yeah, it works
see,
really well.
the Microsol right there, what BG has. That stuff's
Yeah.
got a little bit more of a.
Well, the strong stuff sucked them down on these decals really well.
It did? Well, maybe I'll
Oh,
go
yeah.
that way.
So
'Cause
what I've noticed is that this stuff here works great for most everything, but when you get into like Hasegawa and Tamiya decals, sometimes that Mark Fit Strong works better.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
But it
There's something
seems,
about how the decal film is created because it's a little thicker.
This is decals are really thin on these Salvinos.
really? Yeah, maybe I'll just use the Mark Fit. I'll probably play around with it. I mean, if it worked for you, then I'd rather
Yeah.
just.
See how it got
That
it
looks
into
nice.
the hood?
That looks good.
definitely. That looks really good.
It sucked it down into the hood and
That's like
all
die
this
casting.
white and stuff.
What
Wait,
clear
the white
did you use?
decal?
The clear did I use? I did clear over the decals. Well, let me go grab it. I'll show you because I don't know the name of it.
Future floor wax.
Whoa.
I look forward to your comments.
No,
Address them to James Chester.
This dries really
Oh,
slow.
I was wondering about that.
It dries
Duplicolor
really
clear.
slow and it stays tacky for about a week.
Ooh, that was risk.
Not a week, maybe about 3 days. But it doesn't melt the decals because
Yeah,
it dries
it's
so slow.
1K. It's 1K. Yeah, it's not too hot.
That
it
was
doesn't melt the
risky.
decals. You know, this.
I've seen lots of risky outcomes on Facebook or whatever. I don't know what happened. My paint job just blew up.
10 times out of 10, it really is a user error. I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
And it's wrong. It's wrong material, but it's lots of times it's like really the wrong material for the guy. It's like there's guys like Louis, man. He's figured out how to use those crazy clears that are kind of dangerous for most, because majority of people are just a little too heavy-handed. You want to see it really gloss out. You gotta. That's the problem. Is most of the time when you see an absolute disaster in paint, it was because one, skipping steps in painting prep. Two, everything else. No, I mean, you're basically you're impatient. You're
I thought we were going to get a nugget of joy here.
You're gonna step. Oh, I can't wait for the comments below. You're skipping steps and not taking your time. Louis gets great results because he takes his time. And everything's properly cleaned. You know, they don't clean their finishes, so they get fisheye or their surfaces. But the big thing with those cans is just knowing how to lay it out and do it lightly.
Yeah, I can't stress up. It's gotta be light.
Gotta be light.
Right. So when
you do
clean
it heavy, you're gonna melt it.
So when you clean your bodies and stuff, what do you use?
Just soap.
Just soap?
Dodd. Yeah.
You don't clean it with lick like I do?
With what?
Lick. You know, when you lick something clean.
Yeah. They bottle that now. It's called BG's Lick. And we're going to leave that right there.
Okay. Well, Mom's Spit can clean anything. I figured,
Oh. You're watching the Lucas C channel on YouTube.
So anyway, we're on our way back from Southern California. We stop in Palm Springs to pick up to get lunch and do some antiquing, which apparently is a man card fail. But we're poking around this one shop and we found some end tables that Linda has been looking for forever. And we look at the price and she's like, "Do you see the price on this?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Do you know how much these go for, online and stuff?" I'm like, "No." So she brought it up and showed me. I'm like, "Oh, okay. That seems like a reasonable price for two of them."
Really? So it's cheaper going there and getting that stuff.
It was this time. I'm not going to say it is every time. But I was like, "Hey, you know what? I got a trunk full of model cars, so you can buy whatever you want." I have no questions. So we picked up a couple of end tables and brought those home. So more furniture for us.
Well, welcome back. So, we're still talking model cars. So let's talk model cars. Talk.
Okay.
I went to the hobby shop and I picked this up the other day. The Muscle Cars and Resto Mods and Pro Touring. Good magazine.
Does that say Fine Scale Modeler on there?
Is that from? Oh,
yes.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, this is.
Wow.
It is actually kind of old. I think it says display until July of 2021. So yeah.
Wow, that is old.
Yeah.
That's a cool one though, huh?
It is cool. And a friend of mine has two cars in here. Jeff Bloom.
Oh, right on.
Oh,
So,
cool.
good stuff.
What hobby shop did you find that at?
Hobby Depot, the new store.
I got
New
a
location.
I've never even
Yeah, I
been
went
to
over there the other
store.
day. It's kind of small,
It is.
but it should be a nice shop though when it gets everything put up.
Yes.
Yes.
Will he get everything put up?
Right now, it's so
strike.
dangerous.
I never get out over there. I never even went to the old Hobby Depot. How long was he around? 20 years or so?
Something like that. I did not know this until the last time I was there, which was just this last week, that the guy that runs that store is the president of the local IPMS club. Didn't know that.
What?
And you know what? Now you do.
Now
And you know what they say? Knowing's half the battle.
That's right.
That's
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
What's the other half?
The other half is
Luck.
thank you. Saying
No.
thank you.
Okay.
No. 1/4 red, 1/4 blue. I don't know. I think I heard that once. Never mind.
Okay. It doesn't even rhyme.
It doesn't matter.
Have any of you guys built this Nova?
Hey! Whoa!
Hey,
Wait
which one
a
is that?
dang
Wait a
second
minute.
there. Let's see that puppy.
Dude, you gotta warn us before you do that.
Oh,
Like
I'm
it.
gonna pick a Nova.
Oh, that's
Oh, whoa, hey, whoa.
Hey!
Wow, look at that thing. Nice
Would you
job.
knock that
Lou.
out in like 15 minutes?
Yeah, I did a video on it.
14 and a half.
it's in my
It's
watch.
in my
Yeah,
watch list.
it's in my watch list. All right.
Yeah, it
I
does.
watched, I
come with
watched the
white
Gasser
walls.
one. What you think? What do you think of that? The whole
It-
thing? You built
The
both those.
stock
cars.
one goes together much better than a gasser.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't the stock one have fewer parts than the gasser?
No, it just fit together better. The chassis is nicer. The gasser, the front end was kind of fiddly.
Oh,
That
weird.
swing axle and all that.
Yeah, I'm not a. I want to jump. I want to build one really bad. Every time I see one of them, I want to pull those out. And I don't think I do. I have. Yeah, I have both. Yeah, I have both.
It doesn't come with white walls though.
Did you paint
No.
those yourself?
No, I put white wall stickers on them.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, those look good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
and speaking of tire stickers, man, Louis, what'd you think of the Salvino Goodyear stickers that went onto that?
Oh, they went right on.
Wasn't that awesome?
Yeah.
God, did you clear yours? Oh, those are cool.
Oh.
Where did those come from?
Are those from
I
Pegasus?
don't remember. I bought them years ago.
ooh, that's a good
eBay?
point,
Hello.
James. Pegasus
Hello,
used to
Barry.
sell those.
Yeah,
I got yellow, red, white.
Yeah, I think the Pegasus used to do that.
So it was a Pegasus that way.
I don't think they do it
Do-
anymore, though.
You know, with all of you guys, what do you do for whenever you put lettering or white walls or whatever decals onto tires? Do you do
I
any
flat
prep?
coat.
Do you do it before? Do you do anything before, or do you lay it right onto the tire?
Right
Put
on
it right
top.
on the tire.
Yeah.
Right on.
Flat coat.
And you don't have any issues with silvering or
So-
nothing, huh?
A good friend of mine, Rambler69,
Mm-hmm.
put me onto this. He talked about this stuff here.
Okay. Oh, I know what that is. Yeah.
Don't die, Louis. Thank you. But he says, lay out a stencil and then just airbrush this on.
Really?
And it's nice and flexible. So if you have to put the tire on the rim still, it'll flex and stuff. I tried using the Tamiya, just like the gloss white or the flat white or something like that. And that's when I flexed the tire, it just flaked right off of it.
Yeah.
This stuff seems to have a flexibility to it, so it'll hang on there. a little
Hold
better.
that up again. What is? I recognize
What's
that.
that?
It's the Createx airbrush colors. It's the opaque white.
Okay.
All right.
Unfortunately,
Opaque
the camera-
white.
Opaque white, yeah.
Oh,
So
is
it's a
that?
heavy body. It's a heavy body paint.
Oh, okay. So that's for if you're using stencils and airbrushing stencils on.
Right.
That.
What
But,
about for a white wall?
Yeah, that's for a white wall. But for the lettering, I just don't.
Okay.
He likes some black.
I like them. Yeah, like my coffee.
speaking of coffee,
Is that a name branded cup?
yes,
Oh, it is name brand. Right on.
and they're no longer available.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Discontinued.
Soon they will be again.
Oh,
Yes,
that's a good idea.
yes.
Yeah.
Those are needed
And then-
devices.
I will. You can see there's one on there that's already got paint around and stuff. I will tape off the ones around that I don't want, and then
Good
just
thinking.
spray over that.
Oh,
I
I
don't
got-
bother. I don't bother cutting out the little paper, tape circle or whatever.
I got something to show, so I'm going to vanish for a moment. So talk amongst yourselves.
coffee
You
talk.
didn't, you didn't do the hand thing. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, can we do something? Oh yeah, and the other thing is we're walking.
Well, these on this van are left over from a NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
Goodyears.
Oh, so is that a decal?
It's a decal.
Is it
Does-
individual letters or is it one large?
It's all one piece.
Okay, cool.
But
Well, doesn't go for graphics too, or would it go for whoever they are? Don't they have like lettering for race car tires, like a tire decal pack?
There's a lot of them.
Fireball.
Mike's Decals. You go to Mike's
Fireball.
Decals, you'll find
I
it.
got a stack of them from Salvino's.
And Salvino's, yeah, they were printing those out and sending us.
That's what's on the van.
When you're in the Builders Club, sometimes you'll get a whole thing of.
They don't. Salvino's doesn't have any yellow sidewalls, right?
This whole folder is Salvino's extra decals.
Geez.
Holy smokes.
Stickers. Yeah, they send us a lot of decals, man. That's what's cool about that Builders Club. Plugging for the Builders Club.
So Josh, if you,
Yes.
Yeah.
it's perfect for John then.
Oh, if you like decals, I mean, it's all NASCAR related, but
This is all for one car.
I'll spread the wealth with NASCAR decals. I don't care. I'll take multiples. I'll always find stuff. But you always get 2 extra sets of decals, sometimes 3, whatever. They throw in stuff.
I wrecked the white on this part here. And I was like, oh, I have the extra. They gave it to me when I bought it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing is when we get our lots, all the time, Louis, right? Whatever kit they send us for the month, we'll get an extra sheet of decals for that kit, and then we'll get another set of decals. And then sometimes they were starting to, once in a while, we got a little sheet that had Goodyear decals, just Goodyear decals on it.
Yeah, that's why I use the van. Yeah. That's what it's from.
But check this out, Louis. I don't know if you've ever seen this. And I mean, you guys could, you sometimes build race cars. Look at this.
Ooh.
Can you see that? I don't know.
Oh, that's neat.
I know exactly what that is.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, it's there. It's kind of showing when I kind of do some kind of movement. And
Is that a laser cut or?
I would think
It's a photo
so.
etch.
I've had
Photo
them. Yeah,
etch.
it's photo etched. Yeah, it's a photo etched. Look at how thin that is. It's a piece of brass. And these came out. These were from replicas and miniatures. I got a couple of different sizes, and they came out, for different size tires. Like I got like a big one for drag slicks, or for the it was for the sprint cars, but I used it for drag slicks. You got different sized ones for AMT monogram tires, because that was the standards back then. And these things, and then they came with these plugs, these little resin plugs right here that fit, so it fits right into the tire. So
Okay.
so you see that? So
this
would fit into the tire, and then you.
That way it's not offset.
So it's a mask, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's cool.
yeah, these things are great, and they clean right off, obviously, But I've had these. I think I got these in the late '80s, early '90s, or something. And I have.
So do you just dab paint through there, or do you?
I've
spray
done
through?
that, and I've airbrushed.
Okay, which one comes out better looking?
Airbrush, obviously. I mean, next time you're over here, I'll show you.
Does it stay really sharp with the airbrush? Or is it fuzzy on the edges?
Actually, when if you ever really look at a real old Winston Cup tire, I have a set out in my backyard when they were white. They would lay stencils down just like that, and they would spray them, and it would be a little bit of overspray. They were never perfect.
Yeah.
The white ones were never perfect.
I remember
Okay.
being
So for doing
disappointed the
that,
first time.
it really does have that stenciled look on the tire.
So it's not
As a
really
matter
a
of fact,
raised
I can
white.
show a picture right there, but you guys can't see it right now. It's over. I'll put it over Louis' face. But when you watch this later, so now you guys have to watch this. You'll see that. And yeah, it's a very, very cool look. And it those are, and they're, I think Replicas and Miniatures still sells these, and I know there's been other companies that have done tire stencils like that. So those are pretty cool. Nowadays, they're printing them or I don't know how they're bonding them to the tires. Like the yellow Goodyears are actually like another piece of very thin rubber, I think, bonded the tire.
It's vulcanizing.
It's vulcanized on. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah.
Star Trek fan
Louis
over
got
there.
it going. Louis got it going, bossing over. Another gulp of coffee. Keep me going.
What's the next show in Phoenix?
The
The
next,
next show,
in Phoenix?
and see, that's an interesting subject you say there, sir. Technically, the next show in Phoenix is the Model Zona.
Zona.
But then there in the same weekend is the Spirit of Speed over at the NHRA Museum.
Yeah, but that's not in Phoenix, so
It's not in Phoenix, but
Yeah.
that's going to pull
Read
a
the
couple
brief,
of Phoenix,
man.
that's going to pull a couple Phoenix guys out of Phoenix to go to the Model Zona.
Matt, Luke, are you gonna go to Acme?
Either or, I answer to that or other names.
and there goes the codename secret.
No, go on.
Because
Are
knowing
you
is
gonna go
half
to
the battle.
Acme?
I'm not going to go this year. I was really wanting to. And that was the thing that really sucked about it, is the fact that both those shows were taking place on the same weekend as Acme. And I'm probably not going to go this year. I don't think I can wing it. If something miraculous happens, but I want to definitely make a point of going to Acme at least every other year. That was just a fantastic show in so many ways. And I know there's a lot of other shows.
We'll sync up.
Oh, that definitely. You got to go to it. Well,
We wanna
that
go back
following year,
We want to go back to Acme again also.
you're probably going to go in, that would be 23
2024.
in 24.
And there's also NNL East. You guys need to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's on the list.
It's on
That's
the
up in
list.
New
Sounds
Jersey.
far away.
But remember, what we also have is a year from this month is we got the last GSL.
Oh, that's next year?
Yeah, that's next. Actually, I was talking to Art about that. It's unfortunately on the same weekend as Art's show next year. Sucks, huh?
Well, I guess I'm going to have to get on that cloning machine.
I shall call him Mini-Me.
Whatever it takes. Hey, I saw this thing on Picard, the series there. There was
No spoilers. No spoilers. It's on my watch list.
You got a hell of a watch list.
I do. It's like my arm.
But wait, there's more. If you want to venture out away from Phoenix,
Why?
we've got I'll be starting to kind of run ads on this. So Joe Porche and the boys up in Vegas, which is that way for me, where I'm sitting, they got a show coming up. They got their Best of the West coming up, which is their regular show. I can't get it. I talked to them quite a bit, and I remember Joe was saying something that they have a model car club up there, and they were even talking about doing just a model car show. But even though it's an IPMS show, the Best of the West thing that they do, there's heavy car guys involved there. Like
There's a lot of car
Joe
content,
and
yeah.
Jay, they're primarily car model builders. So, there's a heavy car influence.
Well, I talked to Jay Borden. He's the vice president of the club there, and I talked to him when I was at Art Show, and he said that they're pairing up with I think 4 other groups to do like a mini IPMS type of show in the Vegas area.
Cool.
So it's going to be military, sci-fi. It's going to be everything all into one group type of thing.
That's a cheap flight. Anywhere to Vegas is a cheap flight.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
and
very true.
apparently the host hotel is actually extremely affordable, but not like in that kind of way, but in a yes, I'll stay there kind of way.
All I got to do is sleep there, right?
Yeah, but I definitely want to make a point of going to the Vegas show. I've been, I always wondered why there was never Vegas shows in the past. It'd be just another place that's drivable if you want to.
Yeah,
from Phoenix, where we always
And
had
I think
lots of
that's-
Southern California shows.
I think they got such great feedback from their national that they hosted that, and those guys know how to put on a national show. I tell you what.
Yes, they
That
do.
was an
Yes,
awesome
they
time.
do. They definitely do.
But
Go on.
go ahead.
What?
No,
I can
I'll
tell a
wait.
secret to the world. I don't think I'll get in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Your name's Matt.
So Andy and I have been talking. Andy, we don't have a date. We don't know, but he's very, very serious on putting on a very big show here in Phoenix. It'll probably happen. Obviously,
Would it be
He
like
has-
the Brookhurst Hobbies type of show
no.
where it's
We're
like
talking.
everything's included?
Oh, as far as that, yes, it would be, and
Yeah.
everything's included, but it will be Andy's hobby headquarters, heavily promoted, on his YouTube channel. So, but he says he wants to do it at a IPMS Nationals level. And he has the clout to do it because, like we were talking about, pulling in vendors, big vendors from all over the world, just like the IPMS show. And he can do that. He'll have, heck, you could see, like, a lot of you model car guys wouldn't know this, but companies like Edouard are in Europe and stuff. He would get European vendors and probably could pull a lot of the big vendors, even in the cars. It would be a very big show. And that's what he wants to do. He wants to do it at a very, very high level. So, and I told him, well, when you're ready for it, I'm in with you. I'm gonna totally help him with that because,
dude, I'll help out.
Oh, I know. Too. That's
in the whole mafia, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because it would be that would be something really huge for Phoenix.
Oh, we could do Mediocre Mafia.
Yeah, we could have a Mediocre Mafia class.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. And by the way, yeah, all four of us are in the meet. And James, you're always going to be in the mediocre. You're always going to be. I blew that one straight to hell. You're always going to be in the Model Car Mafia. Remember that.
Thank you. I got the shirt.
Well, you got the shirt. You have no choice. Once you're in, you're in.
Yes.
No turning loose.
They're missing this.
Just because.
Once you're made.
Just because I'm Matt Three Fingers doesn't mean.
Yeah.
That will be really cool. And of course, I don't know when, but off the back of that, I'm going to do, I'm pushing to make sure that we have a model car show, big one here in Phoenix, because I think we need to have a big giant blast of one.
So I have a question for Louis.
Go ahead.
Louis, you've said in the past you haven't been to shows before. Is that true?
I have been to shows, but I really don't compete in shows.
Okay. So
I
you don't
mean,
put
I
it
go
on the
to that
table?
stuff, trade, whatever.
Any reason to that, or just don't feel like doing it?
Well, I went to, like I think I mentioned before, I went to, I don't know if it was Model Zona or the other one they have in Phoenix, but my tractor trailer fell on the ground and got busted up pretty bad.
Oh, I think I know.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
And I was like, that's the end of that. I'm not doing that anymore.
Okay.
I mean, it was a tractor trailer, large.
I've been
trying to flip it over to look at it. And
I got to tell you
They
this.
wanted to look at
Louis.
the bottom of it?
Yeah.
To make sure it wasn't like, what, a piggy bank or something, or what?
Sure.
I tell you, I don't know. There's that other crew that just likes to, they got a reputation. But
I know a lot of guys that won't go to their shows anymore because of that.
Yeah, and you want to know something? Back in the day, way back in the day, and I even, like, when I started shows here in Phoenix in the past, we had certain judges that were picked, and we wore white gloves, and this goes on at GSL, and it was pretty well common back in the 80s when model car shows really took off, of picking up the models and looking at them and moving around. And there were never travesties like that because, you had people that had a sense about themselves. And I don't know what it is about them. They also just had this thing about feeling the need to grab everybody's model and go and take a picture of it. That's, if you want to take pictures, you put a card down, let the builder bring the model.
Right, let the owner of the item.
Yeah, that's done at every show in the world. But, you're going to have these things that happen, and it's going to give your show a bad name. And I have heard a lot from people that bad name. Oh,
yeah,
boy,
that was the last time I went.
I like when
because it was a GMC Astro.
Oh,
how top heavy those are.
Yeah.
Forward, and then when you flip it over, it just flips forward, and it's out of control.
Yeah, those little hinges are too
and the
weak to
thing
hold
is today, it's really starting to become the norm at model shows now because of stuff like that. It's just safer, man. I believe in whatever show we do here, it's going to be a no touch thing. It's just,
Yep.
you can judge without picking them up. You can. And if somebody did something so extraordinary underneath and wanted to be seen, they put them on those. I do that when I got
mirror things, whatever.
Yeah, you don't need to be grabbing. You just don't need to be doing that.
What are these?
Oh, that's pretty.
Exactly. So
yeah,
it's just. But I got to tell you, I would hate for you to be spoiled out on going to shows, Louis, and missing out on some really great things. If you're going to go, well, it's never, because one particular show decides to screw it up for you. I've been going to shows since the 80s. I know these two guys have been doing them for years and years and years. We don't have calamities happen.
The 80s in St. Louis.
And I've judged shows.
Yeah, and the great thing too is the fact that, especially when it's, the mafia crew, when we go to shows, man, it'd be great to have you there, and we're all buds. And it's just fun, no matter what your level of building. I don't, who cares? Every model I build, I don't care what level I build at. I like to take it to shows and put it on the table. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just like to show my work.
Well, that's what I would like to do too.
Yeah.
What also left a kind of a sour taste in my mouth is in St. Louis, I don't go to like win or whatever, but their buddies or their crew was winning all the time. And I didn't think they were like up there in standard of quality of builds, at least what I thought.
That can be sore.
Yes, that happens everywhere.
Yeah,
it sure does, doesn't it?
It does happen.
So I was just like, well, I'm just going to buy and then look at whatever someone else built. I'm like, whatever.
Even if you go to shows where they're like, oh yeah, everybody who's participating in the club is not allowed to put stuff on the table. They have something else going on. There's still a little bit of recognition that goes on here and there.
Yeah.
Well, you can always recognize someone's bills. Like, oh, that's Joe, whatever's build.
Yeah. And now with YouTube and social media and stuff, I mean, I was judging shows when I was in Oregon. I'm going to say it was 12 years ago, before Facebook was really just getting going. There was not much for YouTube and stuff like that. So you go to a table and you go to judge something, and that might be the first time you've ever seen it, because you didn't have social media, you didn't have Facebook, you didn't have YouTube and stuff. Nowadays, you go to a show and it's like, oh, I watched that guy build that video, his build video for that. Oh, I watched this guy. I saw his stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. It's true.
And now that adds a different aspect to everything. We're like, oh, this is so cool to see this in person now, because I saw it on video.
Yeah.
I saw
and
it
then most times they look better in person too.
Exactly, because the camera, it depends on what level camera you have and everything, but the color balances could be completely different. Like, we all know the story about the marble red color, right? That's actually like a fluorescent red color.
Yeah.
Right.
And everybody thinks it's like a brick red because you see a photograph of the
it's like color. A Richard Petty car.
Exactly.
Yeah,
the
same.
Petty red. The Petty red. So you see it in person and you're like, this guy messed this up completely. It doesn't look anything like the car. Like, have you ever seen the car in person? No, but I watched it on TV and I saw the box art, type of thing. Like, oh, that's not correct. So one of these days, I'm going to paint a model to look like the box art as it's been faded in the window in my house for the last 10 years.
I use
that looks like
that's sweet.
That looks like a brick red.
Bright red Tamiya. You probably know the part number, but anyways.
Yeah, what is it? BG, come on.
Oh, I
use fluorescence on this one.
X7.
X7?
X7. X7 is just red.
I don't know if you can tell the difference. I don't know. But it's not much difference.
Okay.
But
from the decal
fluorescent in person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you lay the fluorescent over white, or did you just paint it onto the blue?
I painted it white first, then the fluorescent.
Good.
It will not go over blue. It looks like mud.
Now, what if you had tried a pink primer first and then did the red?
Well, that's just
actually a really good idea. I didn't think of that.
It probably would.
The pink primer helps the red color come through better, where if you use a white primer, it kind of draws out some of the red color, makes it a little more pink. If you use a pink primer, it just makes that red pop. Oh, it's good for oranges also.
That's a good idea. Think of that.
You're welcome. That's a tip-top tip to use.
Free tip.
Thank you. I'll be all week because I don't know how to sign out of this thing.
Well, I'll tell you, do any of you guys got anything anything else you want to add? Ideas, things you want to talk about? We got about a little less than 5 minutes before this all goes.
I do have something.
All right.
EG's got something.
I'm sorry, I keep bumping my computer stand.
Oh, so
I'm hoping to get
unprofessional.
back on this guy here pretty soon.
Oh, thank God.
That's a good one.
And Louis, thank you for the tip on pre-assembling the front suspension, because that has been a big help.
That is a mess, isn't it?
it's a dog's breakfast, it is. But I'm hoping to get back on this soon. And what's funny is I've been tinkering with this Tornado kit, and then I've been working with other Johan kits that I have here. And I'm like, man, there's definitely a quality difference between some of their stuff and the rest of their stuff. It's kind of fascinating.
Yeah, there's some that's just whoa.
It all costs $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and what you think of the quality of that? You were looking at that. What was it, 63 Oldsmobile wagon Johan kit that I have?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that seemed fine. That seemed cool.
It's,
But,
It was
like,
that was very bad. That kit right there was very promo-ish.
Yeah.
Came from
Okay.
It was like
when they
your
got
cutlass,
super
your cutlass
detailed
kit.
pieces, they're like fiddly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the plastic seems like it's sort of
Brittle.
brittle. Especially the red plastics. I have the ambulance.
Yeah. The red plastics get real.
The colored plastics are definitely brittle. The reds
Yeah.
and the orange.
Red's in the dark green.
Oh,
I
dark
don't have
green.
any dark greens.
But that one, whenever I would get a Johan that had that off-white colored plastic that you really saw a lot in the late 80s and early 90s, right before they went away, that plastic was always really, really good.
Okay.
It was,
That when they
kinda-
let Seville
move it around.
Enterprise bought them out.
What's that?
When the Seville Enterprises bought them out first.
Yeah, about that time. It was like, it was just
Well, you know what
nicer
they
plastic.
use for plastics?
What?
Johan used
say
leftover
people.
automotive plastic
Okay.
Yes.
from like door panels and things.
Oh,
They ground it up and used that.
Well,
That's
didn't Johan? I had heard that they actually were contracted by GM to do injection plasticking mold things for some of the interior parts for like Cadillac.
That's exactly right. That's what they use some of the plastics from.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
This Cadillac here is the white plastic, and
Oh.
this is like a cream color, actually.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
a nice.
beautiful. I love it.
The fin's not broken.
Not yet.
I
haven't put it back on the
love to
shelf.
have that kit. That is one of my favorite Cadillacs right there.
You
BG.
want this?
Let me see. $200
Listen,
I only have one.
cover it.
Louis, do you have this one, Louis?
Yes, I have a few copies. A sealed one, matter of fact.
I only have one Johan, and it's a 69 Roadrunner, and it's not
Figures.
for sale.
Figures.
Is it
Figures.
built?
You got the
No.
69 Roadrunner. That's such a sought
Oh,
after one.
molded red too.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
I
very
believe this
rich.
is Jolly Rancher cherry color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no kidding.
Smell it.
That's a
Smell it.
bright red.
But
Yeah.
I need to get new decals for this one. Otherwise, it's in great shape.
Let me look and see if I got some.
Yeah?
Yeah, I might have some in stock.
Okay, I'll be right over.
Cool. Me too. What the heck? All right, guys. Well, we're going to have to wrap this up. We've been jaw-jacking, and time flies like that. And, hey, we want to hear you guys in the comments below. Tell us what you think about this format, because this is something I've always wanted to do with the UnPodcast, is just get with my model car buds after I've already introduced you all to these guys. If you haven't seen the UnPodcast where I had Louis, BG, and even James, just look through the catalog, you'll find them. They were really interesting, and that was them talking about themselves. Who wants to hear that? Now we're just talking about model cars. So I want to thank you all for coming on and watching. I hope you enjoyed this. We're going to do plenty more like this. I'll probably have these knuckleheads back on again. They're kind of like my good buddies, and we have really fun conversations. So it's really fun to bring all of you in with it. And well, you know what we say here. What do we say here, James?
Keep gluing those fingers together.
Louis
chopping that styrene.
and BG.
Here's the producers.
Well, I guess we could start. Well, what? How do you want to kick it off, or whatever? Oh, I didn't
There we
hear the
go.
clap.
You didn't hear the clap?
No, it didn't pick it up.
Oh, well, it's a good thing you don't have the clap.
Hey, VD's nothing to clap
You
about.
have to go to the doctor. Get that big shot.
They have,
Needle that long.
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
they have a cream for that now. No, they just get out one of these now. So not many people know this, but Luca's garage is nowhere near his house. It's a couple blocks away. So that's a big deal.
But yeah, you were in my garage yesterday.
That's right. You had me move stuff.
Yeah.
Had to push start the Mustang yesterday.
Oh, no.
No, but it's yeah.
The push starting was fine. It was the blowing up the tire thing. I got asthma. That did not go well.
But I appreciate it. Thanks, because I hate having flats. So, and I kept trying to get the. I blew that joke. Never mind. BG even looked away. It was so bad. But yeah, yeah. I should go get the stapler too. BG,
Thank you.
even though you're
Yeah,
prematurely
only because I
done
thought
it.
we were recording already.
We are recording, but I hadn't started the show because I didn't say. I don't even remember what I say when we start on podcasts, but I guess it's my typical.
Hello, my
Hello?
Patreon members.
Well, there you go. Why don't you do it? Here we go. Hello, my. Okay, first let me get James is here, Louis is there, and BG is there. Louis is there,
Oh.
BG's there, James is there.
Oh, is that
you're,
Brady Bunch?
you're over there.
James is down
there.
below me.
Yeah, but what matters is my screen. You got to understand this. It matters what my screen sees. What you guys see, it's not that important. Not.
So who am I pointing at right now?
You're pointing at
No
James.
one.
No one, James. Okay. No one. Let me check.
Yeah,
You're
you're,
right.
painting,
There's
you're
nobody
painting
there.
at no one. And then on top of you is BG. I mean, on top of you, above you is Louis, and
Louis up
then
there?
and then I'm over here.
Okay.
So we could
You're
do
over
the. How about the? Let's do the. We could do the
The Brady Bunch.
Brady
Brady
Bunch.
Bunch thing.
I wonder if Alice knew she was on mute. Alice, you're on mute, Alice. We can't hear you, Alice. Alice, unmute. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Was that what that was? Was that a 1970s Zoom meeting that they were
Yeah.
having?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'll officially start. Oh my God! Now we got bloopers.